if you notice an emotion really dominant within you, then you need to do it every day. Now, either you become conscious of that emotion and affirm something to balance that chakra. For example, generally unworthiness.
Yeah.
Or if there is some shame or guilt associated with your life, your past situations, then we know the abdominal chakra, what we call as the sacral chakra, the swadhisthana gets blocked.
Yeah.
So I can place my palms on that part of the body where I notice the emotion is. I can say I am worthy.
Yeah.
I can say I'm God's loving child. I deserve good things in my life. Or I speak and recite the bija mantra. Okay? What do these mantras and sounds do? Vibrations from your mouth go to those parts of the body. That's how the chakras open up and get balanced. So when you are reciting the bija mantra or you're affirming something which can shift the emotion in that part of the body, you are allowing the vibration to change. Chakras is like a tunnel.
Yeah.
Energy comes inside and goes out through that tunnel. If the tunnel gets blocked, then that particular area in my life especially gets blocked. Let's say security and support. I am feeling unsupported. Then it will always be the base of my spine, my Mooladhara, which gets blocked.
Yeah.
Then wherever I need support, could be finances, could be relationships, I suffer in those areas. That is why one is you become conscious. Do you need to do it every day? You can do it. If you feel that there is a particular part of your body which is really affecting your vibration, and then you can take few minutes to do it.
How do you do it?
Firstly, you try to sit in silence for some time. Close your eyes, relax your mind and body. And you should know the bija mantras. That is one traditional way to do it, which is you can either place your hands there or you can simply visualize that particular light or color of the chakra. For example, it is red for the Mooladhara. I would suggest, if you really want to get started with one thing at a time. Don't do everything together.
Okay.
So in my experience, first you learn the bija mantras. You try to get familiar with the sounds.
Okay.
See the difference the sounds. Because today, in today's times, we want to do everything all at once. And we want to do it very quickly. Then the effect will not come. So firstly, what you do, try to study and understand the bija mantras. For example, I am starting with the recitation of, let's say, Lam. Lam. Connect with the sound. Do it 3-4 times. See what you feel. Many times you will realize that part of the body is starting to, loosen.
Yeah, vibration also starts vibrating. Yeah.
So practice for each chakra you have a sound. Then you go to Vam, you go to Ram. Like that you go right up to your Sahasrara chakra. One.
Yeah.
I would suggest every day you take one chakra. No? Want to learn it well? Read about that chakra. See the emotions associated with that part of the body where the chakra is. And see how you can move it. See how you can open it by even the right thoughts. So, the right thought, for example, for the Mooladhara to stay balanced is, I am supported.
Yeah.
I am safe, I am secure. So both, if you can bring together the sound as well as the right thoughts that you need to feed yourself, it can work beautifully well. But take one at a time. Why be in a hurry? Take one chakra, learn about it. See if you have an emotion stored inside which is blocking that chakra. Work on that.
Okay.
That is the right way to do it. And I will suggest, generally for chakras, we don't do it mentally. You must recite the sound.
Okay.
That will make a big difference.
Okay.
So please make sure you do that.
Okay.
And one at a time. Once you are familiar with all the 7 chakras, you have understood how to open up the chakras with the sounds, you're familiar with the sounds, then you can visualize light in that part of the body and also recite the bija mantra. That is the right way to do it. After chakras, because once your chakras are balanced, you're in a very high vibrational state. That is the time you should not immediately open your eyes. In fact, you should stay in silence for some time.
After doing the chakra meditation.
After the chakras. Because now you're in a very powerful state. And that is the time the cleaning will happen the most. So don't be in a rush. At least 5 minutes after you have balanced your chakras, you should sit in silence. Because maximum cleaning is happening at that time.
Okay.
Just before you open your eyes, you can think of something you wish to bring about in your life. Because now the energy is so strong, whatever intention you put, it has a lot of power. Because you are in a thoughtless state after you have opened up and balanced your chakras.
Nice. So we don't need to do all at once, you mean, like the
Ideally,
normal cleansing and
yes,
the chakra?
we should do. However, learn one at a time.
So when you're learning.
Yes, when you're learning, you gain information one at a time, but then you can do all together. Because then it is a full process and a system.
Yeah.
First, gain understanding and knowledge. Once you have that, you can take all the 7 chakras together. Give it time. Don't be in a rush when you're doing the chakras. If you know I have to go somewhere in 10 minutes, don't do it that time. You should do it when you have some time. Enjoy, because you will feel the tension leaving your body. You will feel the resistance going from that part of the body. So, do it all together, but please make sure you have first understood, got awareness about that part of the body in the chakra, then you take up all together.
Nice. And what about manifestation? We talk about manifestation, think positive, speak positive, write down whatever you want. But how do you start with the manifestation process? Like, say you want to manifest a home, a baby, a relationship, the right job. How do you start? Where do you begin from?
You have to first be clear what you want and write it down.
Okay.
Because there are so many thoughts in the subconscious mind. Your goal gets lost in all the negative thinking we do, in all the pressure of getting things done. So what you need to do is make sure if you have 2 or 3 things which are important to you right now, it is written. It should be. Ask anyone who says, I'm not able to manifest, where is it written? What you want? I written it somewhere. I wrote it few months back. It should be with you, in your bag, your purse, your wallet. It should be there. If it is there, it is in your mind, then it will be in your life. That is number 1.
How do you write that statement?
So, a simple way to get started, if you're not sure, is use positive emotions.
Okay.
I can always start with some words like, I am so happy and grateful now that.
Okay.
If I am doing it, let's say in Hindi, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि मैंने ये. And you see, when you start with words like happy, grateful, or I'm so happy and blessed now that, what happens? Second part of the sentence, subconscious will not resist. If I start with, I have bought a new home, subconscious may resist. I am so happy and grateful now that I have attracted my dream house, subconscious will not resist. Why? Because happy and grateful, it has gone to pick up happy and grateful memories from your past.
Okay.
So always begin with positive words and write it in the present tense. Why? Because whatever you are saying, subconscious is forming a picture. If I say I will, I could, I should, it will not end up taking any action.
Okay. And
write it, but connect with it every day. So it should be written with you. It can be with you wherever you go, in your bag or purse, or maybe on your office desk. But make sure you write your goals every day. Because I have clearly seen people who write their goals will end up achieving them.
yeah.
Because writing forms new connections inside your brain also. Write your goals. That is one practice you should do. Second is, where are you thinking negative? Maybe I want the house. Maybe I want the partner. What are the negative thoughts coming to you? Have you addressed them? What are those 2 to 3 thoughts which stop you from taking action? You need to shift those thoughts. That is an integral part of the manifestation process. What is it for you? Maybe I feel I'm not good enough, or I feel I'm unlucky, or I feel I'm not intelligent enough, I'm not supported enough. Write these thoughts which come to you often in the day. Reverse them. These are your positive statements and affirmations. People use ready-made affirmations. They will use 20, 30, 40. What is the use?
Yeah, those are just words.
Words. Choose 3 to 5 which are the opposite of your negative thoughts. Start saying them every morning and night. You will be on track to achieving your goals. If you enjoyed this video, then do share it with others, subscribe to this channel, and stay connected with all the tools and techniques I'm sharing.